She's a very good friend personally, but also of the South Summit family. She is an accomplished journalist turned startupera, which is our wonderful word for entrepreneur that I think Maria Benjumea actually invented. She should copyright that word because it's absolutely awesome. And this lady has seen this ecosystem change from the very beginning. As a founder of this very event, South Summit, it's always incredible to have her back to the stage. And with her new adventure in opening Campus Madrid by Google for Entrepreneurs, it has been incredible just to see how far this lady can go. So it is my absolute pleasure to introduce to the stage Sofía Benjumea. And she's going to talk about building ecosystems and how we're going to take this ecosystem to the next level. Sofía, venga, venga. Bienvenida. Good to see you. Yeah, you have the clicker.
Okay. So, hello everyone. As Liz was saying, it's always especially special for me to be here at South Summit and to see how this has grown for a little project, a little dream that we had, Maria and myself, back in 2012, to what it's become. So thank you all for being here. And now I am the head of Campus Madrid, a project from Google for Entrepreneurs. And I want to share with you how through Campus we're trying to bring the ecosystem to the different level. As you all may know, innovation and entrepreneurship is in Google's DNA. And the goal of Google for Entrepreneurs, our specific goal, is to try to help entrepreneurs grow globally by fostering the ecosystems globally and outside of Silicon Valley. Because who says that the next big thing can come from Spain or can come from the South? Campus, for those of you that haven't been there, is a physical space where entrepreneurs can learn, connect, and especially work on their projects that we hope will change the world. Since we opened, we are now a community. A year ago, a little bit more than a year ago, we've become a community of over 20,000 members only in Spain, from 98 nationalities. And there's a metric that is key for us, is diversity, and we have 35% of them are women. We're not yet at the 50%, but we've increased by 5% that number thanks to some of the programs that we lead there. But the question here today is how we're trying to strengthen the ecosystem and bring it to the next level. The first thing we're doing is by creating a meeting point for the community. We've hosted 600 events, and we've become the place to go, that place to be. We're all here gathered at South Summit, an event that was born actually to be that meeting point of all the players of the ecosystem, investors, entrepreneurs, developers, corporates. And what we're trying to do at Campus Madrid is actually replicate that and be that for the rest of the 362 days a year. And that's that place where things are constantly happening. The second is the space itself. Many people were surprised of how such a technologically based company, where technology is in its core, has decided to tackle the problems and the challenges of the ecosystems through something as back to the roots as just an industrial building, a physical space. But the question is, why? It's all about people. It's all about connections. And we need that connections to be face-to-face to actually really build the ecosystem. And that's what Campus does. And I want to explain with one example. This woman are Laurence and Clélia. They are founders of Womb, an application to help couples conceive and have babies easier. They started a year ago, and even though they had senior roles at companies such as eBay and Google, a strong career, they had no technical background, no entrepreneurial experience, and no connections to the ecosystem. They started in this table at Campus Madrid with a laptop and an idea to help couples conceive. The first thing they had to do is build their product, and they needed the talent, had no idea where to get it. They started to attend to events like beta beers or data beers, and they used our community board to find that talent. Then they needed the mentors, people that had been there that could help them through the journey. They participated in the Seed Rocket campus at Campus Madrid, and they became one of the finalists. And they managed to get into the residence program and be one of our residents at campus. And since then, only 7-8 months ago, They had launched the product, they had raised their first round, and 80% of that round was made out of contacts made at campus and thanks to the campus team. Now they have 20 babies, 20 womb babies, and they're a team of 8 people. The third part is through our programs. We build our education programs tailored to the needs of the ecosystem. We're constantly in conversations with the startups, and we've run 110 sessions in only a year, and we've tackled 5,400 experts and entrepreneurs and developers. The main thing about us is the space itself is for those that are starting, that place to go, that first place to go to meet the key people of your project. But our programs is to help the startups grow by in-depth programming and face-to-face. One of the programs is mentoring. Bring experts from Google, bring experts from the industry to help one by one the entrepreneurs in key problems and key challenges that they're facing. Second are win-win connections. And by that is we ask our ecosystem, our community, and realized that the main problem that entrepreneurs had was sales, was having a revenue, was actually selling their products. Not that much getting some funds or reaching the talent. It's about selling. So most of our programs are to help the startups grow, to help the startups reach the market, to help the startups meet some of the corporates. We've had over 30 corporations come in every 2-3 months they come, because we've become their radar for innovation. They've had 200 meetings with the startups from our community, and 10% of those have led into deals, and 20% are still in conversations. Another example of the programs is Campus Exchange, because campus is physically in Madrid, but we want to be able to help entrepreneurs from all around Spain and Portugal. So Campus Exchange, we bring a group of 10 entrepreneurs, mainly B2B, to campus for a full week of meetings with corporates. One of the examples, for example, is Oraqua. It was a startup that was founded in Extremadura. They had no connections, and being a B2B program is good to be in Extremadura. Maybe the costs were better, but you need to be here. They participated in Campus Exchange, and since they have moved to Campus Madrid, they've increased by 300% their revenue, and they've increased their team, and they have had 30 relevant connections thanks to campus. And now they're having clients even in London because they're part of Tech Hub, one of our partners, who's also based in London. Or Pablo, founder of Thetius, also from Galicia, participating in the project in Campus Exchange. They pivoted during the program, and since then they participated in the Microsoft program in London, in Blackbox in Silicon Valley, and they have now developing and going to the market thanks to Lanzadera. Because as those of you who were this morning here listening to Niklas Sennström, one of the key challenges of the startups and the entrepreneurs in Spain is that we need to think global. And we need to think bigger. We need to get out of this fragmented and be able to compete with the US very, very large domestic market. And what we do at GFE is not only offer Campus Madrid a physical space to connect you locally, but it's also a whole global network to connect you not only to all the campuses that we have around the world, but also to the partners that we have in more than 25 cities. One of the examples is the program called Blackbox. Like Lupina, you may know her, the founder of Fintonic, had the chance to participate, totally funded, in a full 10 days program in Silicon Valley to meet experts, to meet corporates, to meet international investors, and to meet other, we're like 18 participants, all women from different markets and different nationalities. And the last part, which is at campus and Google for Entrepreneurs, we don't invest in startups. We're not getting any equity. We're not giving any money. What we're giving is what I think is the most valuable asset that Google has, its resources. Niklas Sennström also this morning was talking about how we have enormous talent in Europe, but we lack of those professionals, of those experts that can bring startups to another level, can scale them. And through this year, we've had senior people from Google coming in and sharing their expertise, like Yvonne Aguirre, who's the VP of People Development, Human Resources at Google. We had Diane Eisner, who is the head of growth at Waze, the woman who led Waze to be a startup based in Tel Aviv to what it's become today, a global company. We've had also Blaise Aweda, who's a chief scientist, a chief evangelist of machine learning at Google. And I'm really excited to announce that starting next week, we've managed to attract 13 senior professionals from Google, from all around the world, to come to Spain, to come to campus, to come to Madrid to meet our startups, our entrepreneurs, to share their knowledge, to help them grow, to help them scale. We've had 5 times more applications from Google experts than any other campus location. And they're come here to give over 15 talks and share their expertise with 30 startups. We come from Christine Lee, who's the global product lead of apps. She manages apps at Google globally. We've got Sergio Guadarrama from TensorFlow. We've got Mike Miller, who is the director of sales for the US in the Google. We also have people from corporate development that helps integration when Google makes an acquisition. All these people are extremely professional, have immense careers and expertise, and they've come because, I don't know, I still laugh when people say, why did Google choose Madrid? I mean, people are eager to see what's going on in here. We have to be proud of it. And we need to show that the investment is growing, international investment growing, the talent is going and competing internationally. And also what we're doing is disrupting new markets. We've had also great acquisitions last year, like TicketBiz, acquired by eBay, or Trip for Real. All of them have passed through South Summit, and they've now been acquired by global companies. So don't ever ask, why Madrid, why Spain, if you're here. Thank you very much.